Okay, this is going to be a fantastic, interesting, kind of different report. You know, a circus love story. I think it's great. Are you ready with the two clips? You got them in the right order? I know you do, Marvin. I'm just checking with you. All right, let's do it. Good afternoon. I'm Steve S.H. Walters reporting for Breaking News 500 here in Vero Beach, Florida. Today's topic is the film Trapeze. Now, before we get on to Trapeze, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please take a second and just go ba-bing, give us a subscribe. It doesn't cost a thing. It helps us out, and it keeps this content flowing, flowing your way. And we want to say a shout out, thank you to all our loyal subscribers. Now, let's get on to Trapeze. Trapeze was released in 1956, directed by Carol Reed. Stars Burt Lancaster, Tony Curtis, and Gina Lollobrigida. I think I pronounced her name right. I hope I pronounced her name right. Now, it's a great story. It's a circus story, and it's a love story, folks. Now, the basic story for this film is trapeze artist Mike Ripple. Well, he's an aerialist, but now he's a catcher because, you see, he got injured in a performance, and he has to walk with a cane. So he's no longer doing the high flying. He's doing the catching. And Tino, played by Tony Curtis, well, he's a flyer, and they're working on a 3 somersault deal. Now, this is a very dangerous stunt. It takes a lot of training and very hard to accomplish. And along the way, Gina joins the act. Now, Mike doesn't really want Gina to join the act because, it's just these two guys. It's all about the trapeze. It's all about the aerial stunts. She can't do that fancy stuff, but she is very beautiful, and she adds a lot of, attention to the act. But the circus owner wants her to join the act. She kind of manipulates her way with these two men. She gets involved with both men in a different way. And, she becomes part of the act. Now, we've got a clip of some aerobatics for the film, and then we're going to get on to some more information to another fantastic clip. Are you ready, folks? Are you ready, Marvin? Let's do it. Roll the clip. Well, what do you think about that clip? Very, very, very good clip. I was really impressed with it. Now, think about this, folks. This was done in 1956. They didn't have the computers, the equipment, the technology we have today. So they had to do a lot of research, a lot of thought, a lot of creativity with the camera angles for the safety of the stunt performers and everything, and to make everything look good. It was really a lot involved. So I was very impressed with all that. Burt Lancaster did a lot of his own stunts on that trapeze because he actually was a former circus performer. But for the real hard stuff, they brought in Eddie Ward from the Ringling Brothers Circus. Now, the film was based on the 1950 book by Max Cotto called The Killing Frost, and it was filmed entirely in Paris. Now, this film also did great at the box office. It was released in 400 theaters. It did $4.1 million the very first week. The third highest grossing film in 1956 with $15.5 million. And Burt Lancaster won the Silver Bear Award for Best Actor in the 6th International Berlin Film Festival. This really was a big film and a very popular film at the time of its release. Now, we've got another clip, and this is a fantastic clip. It's an acting clip, no trapeze work, and I'm liking this clip as much as I like the trapeze work. Are you ready, Marvin? He's ready today, folks. Are you ready? You're ready? Let's do it. All right, Marvin, roll the clip.
If only for this one moment. And for the first time in a long time, I feel alive. Attention, s'il vous plaît.
Thanks.
Hello, Mike. You know this place? It's got a machine I've never beaten. How's the arm? Well, it's okay. It's okay. Did you have somebody look after it for you? Make that one behind the gate and you got it. The toughest ones are always behind the gate. You gotta be cagey to make them. Tilt it a little, maybe it'll, yeah, you can cheat it. Then you lose the game. Let's shove off. I'll get my jacket. Let me see if I can win before we go. You can't beat a kid. You had to prove it, didn't you? You just had to win.
I'm sorry it happened this way. I wanted to tell you. We meant to tell you, but...
All right, tell me. Go ahead and tell me. Tell me what? Not. And let me tell you what he said. Tino, he said, you're the only man in the world that could get a triple. But her, Tino, anybody can get her. That's what he said.
It's not true, Tino.
Go ahead, deny it. He never wanted you in the act. And he swore he'd get you out any way he could, even if he had to take you away from me.
Well, what do you think about that clip? I know what you're thinking. It was just starting to get good. What happens next? Where is it going now? See, this film is very powerful in its own way. It's a great story and a great love story all wrapped up in a circus. Well, I got to give you some of the critics what they had to say, and I'm not too happy with them because critics aren't always so kind. But I got to tell you, I love this film. Are you ready for this, folks? I'm going to get out a couple of critics and see what they said. Are you ready? I had it hidden back here. Oh, here we go. The Trapeze critics. Marvin, you know what I'm going to ask you? Drum roll, please. Thank you, Marvin. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what these critics had to say, folks. Bosley Crowther said, the writing of the story and direction was no better than the dialogue. Gina as Lola offered nothing more than her beauty, and Curtis and Lancaster were both uninteresting. Boy, that's brutal. They were uninteresting? That's brutal. Maybe that critic ought to go watch the film again. Now the next critic, he said, Dennis Schultz. He said, Gina's performance is the highlight, but overall the melodrama doesn't soar as high as the trapeze itself. It doesn't soar as high as the trapeze itself. What's with these critics? What have they ever done but criticize? Well, I think the film is great. I think it's very entertaining. And I think they did a great job overall with all the trapeze work and the angles they filmed and all the creativity they did with this film. Go check it out for yourself if you haven't seen it. And if you have seen it, go visit it again. Give me your comments. I'd love to hear what you have to say, good or bad. Put them down in the comments below. And from Marvin and my staff, I'm Steve S.H. Walters. I hope you enjoyed this report for Breaking News 500. Have a great day.